Morning guys, Fuzzy here. I am the Bible-clinging, gun-loving, constitutional-loving SOB that the liberals and Democrats warned you about. Why am I bringing up the Bible? Well, a lot of evil in the world. And most of it's caused by our own government over the years. When you get people like that have the backings of socialists and communists, like President Bill Clinton, President Barack Obama, their loyalties and their values are not American. They never were. These idiots, elected judges that are still in power, that they are the ones that took out all the references to God. And then you wonder why our country has gone downhill. That's why. In the last 20-some years, all because of two damn idiots. And people tried to warn the American public before about the socialists coming into our country, communists. Nobody listened to McCarthy. They made a big joke out of McCarthy. Well, guess what, people? McCarthy was right. Now, I'm going to stop for a second because I want to show you something. This is the communist checklist, and it appeared in congressional records as soon as I find it. Where is that? Oh, right there. It was read in congressional records of January 10th, 1963. Okay? Now, I'll read this to you, and it'd be easier for me to just do this. America must accept coexistence as the only alternative to atomic war. America must be willing to capitulate in preference of engaging in atomic war. Develop the illusion that total disarmament by America is a demonstration of moral strength. Permit free trade between all nations regardless of communist affiliation. Provide American aid to all nations regardless of communist domination. Grant recognition to China. Admit China to the United Nations. Set up East and Western Germany as separate states in spite of Khrushchev's promise in 1955 to settle the German question by free elections under supervision of the UN. Promote the United Nations, the only hope for mankind. If its charter is rewritten, demand that it be set up as a one-world government with its own independent armed forces. Resist any attempt to outlaw the Communist Party. Do away with all loyalty oaths. Capture one or both of the political parties in the United States. Well, look at the Democrats, people. Get control of schools. Use them as transmission belts for socialism and current communist propaganda. Soften the curriculum. It's called Dumbing Down America. Get control of the Teachers Association. Gain control of all student newspapers. Use student riots to formulate public protest. Infiltrate the press. Get control of book reviews, assignments, editorial writing, and policy-making positions. Gain control of key positions in radio, TV, motion pictures. Any of this ring a bell, people? Any of this really sink into your heads? Yes. Another thing I was talking about law and stuff. Okay. Here's Sir William Blackstone in Long War Against Law. Now, this fella here, he did a 10-year study. Okay. He said, now, while Blackstone books were the foundation to American law when the nation was established, the process of hollowing out Blackstone's influence began almost 150 years ago. Why did this happen? The short answer is that Blackstone was rejected because Blackstone's ideas were rooted in the Judeo-Christian view of the world. I'll get to this in a minute. a couple of these colleges got together. Like following the Civil War, however, some people with money embraced a new idea, the Darwin evolution, the origin of species. Okay, this was a deliberate effort by the president of the Harvard University, Charles Eliot, to change things, to introduce evolution into the teaching of law. So he hired Christopher Langdale as dean of the Harvard School of Law from 1870 to 1895, who changed from using Blackstone's commentary that had immutable principles to case law approach, studying the writing of judges. What they were able to do is change the focus from God, who gave them the principles, Parker said, to the judge, the man who was writing the law. By studying case laws over time, they were able to show an evolution of law. They don't study the Constitution, people. Here we go. From that point on, judges began to gain power in the American political experiment. In constitutional law at Vanderbilt University, one of the better schools in the country, we never read the Constitution. We just read what judges said about it. We never read the Constitution. Just what judges said about it. Now, this has been going on quite some time, people. You get some idiot that says, oh yeah, I studied constitutional law. Your ass. The people of the United States who read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights understand it a lot better than any judge who may be led astray by wealth or a political change that they want to accomplish. They're not studying the law. They're doing what other judges said about it. And what happens is, it shouldn't be a surprise. There's no absolute truth in a universal sense why there should be any consideration given by judges to the original intent of the architects of the Constitution. Judicial activism becomes common because judges become a law unto themselves. Remember that. They become a law unto themselves. So when you get some idiot, whether they're in the Supreme Court or they're some kind of lower court judge, keep this in mind. You know, you're going up against something that they changed. Now, a lot of the values in America, they got changed in the 60s. And I'll tell you why. They started this thing called welfare, where the woman got pregnant, had kids, the government picked up the tab, supported them, became the provider, no longer needed a man. There's no family structure in homes anymore. It causes a lot of anxiety among the kids. They're not a complete family. There's no values in place, nobody to correct them, and it's your own government's fault. We had some shootings here. We've had people, you know, jump in vehicles and run people over. We've had people, you know, take a firearm. It's not the firearm people. If you pass laws and you take more firearms away from the people, what happens? More people get killed. Oh, no, it can't be. Yes, it is. You cannot disarm somebody. When you disarm somebody, you create more victims. That's always been the truth. But do you think the Democrats will fall for that? No. They are communist. McCarthy was correct. You know, it's time to wake up, people. Let's let Trump take care of America. Let him get that swamp drained. Rest of you people need to vote these damn Democrats out of office. Start doing background checks on these people. Thing is, anybody that runs for elected official, there should be a background check done on them to find out where these people are coming from. Did they attend any of these nitwit colleges that creates all the chaos? All this is a trickle-down effect. And right now you're seeing the outcome of it. And it's going to get worse unless you get off your butt and start doing something about it. No one person can do it themselves. But they maybe can get your butts in gear so that you can get out there and help. You know, start spreading the word. Anyway, thanks for watching.